South and an aspirant of a major stake in the world order.
India is perhaps the only country that has stood toe-to-toe against Trump's tariff bullying without actually going to war with the US. While several other countries, like Japan, South Korea, and Europe, have all caved in, India has stood tall. Pakistan just got battered in Operation Sindoor. Heavy damage was inflicted on terror infrastructure in Pakistan, and its nuclear facility was hit as well. This isn't a first though. Last year, Pakistani leader Fazlur Rahman praised India for being a global superpower.
हिंदुस्तान और हम एक ही दिन में आजाद हुए। 15 अगस्त 1947 को सुबह 8 बजे दिल्ली में लॉर्ड माउंटबेटन ने इंडिया के गवर्नर जनरल का हल्फ उठाया और कराची में कायदे आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिनाह ने हल्फ उठाया। एक ही दिन हम आजाद हुए। आज वो दुनिया की सुपर ताकत बनने के ख्वाब देख रहा है और हम दिवालियापन से बचने के लिए भीख मांग रहे हैं।
Apart from this, Sahir Mirza also parroted Trump's lies of having brokered peace between India and Pakistan, a claim India has time and again denied on global platforms.
Now, I want to make two things very clear, sir. One, at no stage in any conversation with the United States was there any linkage with trade and what was going on. Secondly, please listen. Secondly, there was no call between the Prime Minister and President Trump from the 22nd of April when President Trump called up to convey his sympathy and the 17th of June when he called up Prime Minister in Canada to explain why he could not meet.
Pakistan only seems to have...
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
From your smartphones to your smart television, the trending stories are always breaking the internet. And we start today with the massively viral video where a woman named Shraddha Sharma has called out Taj hotels after they objected to her sitting posture and attire. Internet is divided on that, and we will be having the lady herself today joining us and sharing what really happened at the Taj Hotel. And not just this, viewers, the row over Pakistan stealing India's Asia Cup trophy is only blowing up. Desperate Pakistan is trying way too hard. And Republic TV will be getting you all the reaction that have come in. Next up will be Congress seems to face now the wrath of netizens after a controversial tweet about cricketer Sarfaraz as he tries to drag the communal angle on the India ace snub. Meanwhile, India's Neeraj Chopra, the golden boy, is now the Lieutenant Colonel in Territorial Army, honorary rank being conferred upon Neeraj Chopra. And last but not the least, one of Egypt's most iconic archaeological treasures, Tutankhamun's tomb, is facing a serious threat of collapse. We have this and a lot more packed in this edition. I'm Rakshita and this is Trending. A recent incident at one of New Delhi's luxury hotels has sparked debate after a woman claimed that she was asked not to sit cross-legged during a meal. Now, Shraddha Sharma, the founder of a media website, took to social media platform X to share her experience at the House of Ming, a fine dining restaurant at the iconic Taj Mahal Hotel. Now, in a video that has gone viral, Sharma expressed her disappointment with how the situation was handled. Watch this.
मुझे बहुत ही गुस्सा आया हुआ है क्योंकि अभी ताज होटल में है हाउस ऑफ मिंग। मेरी बहन आई हुई है आज और उसको लेकर आए हुए हैं यहाँ पर। बहुत मेहनत से पैसा कमाते हैं और उसको सोचे दिवाली में कुछ किए नहीं तो आते हैं और यहाँ पे डिनर करते हैं। और यहाँ पे ताज के मैनेजर ने आके मुझे बोला कि एक गेस्ट को प्रॉब्लम है मुझसे, क्योंकि मैं ऐसे बैठी हुई हूँ, देखिए इस तरह से बैठी हुई हूँ और ये फाइन डाइनिंग है और यहाँ पे बहुत रिच लोग आते हैं, तो आपको एक तरीके से बैठना चाहिए और क्लोज्ड शूज़, क्लोज्ड ये पता नहीं क्लोज्ड शूज़ क्या पहनूँ, कोल्हापुरी चप्पल पहनती हूँ और पहनती हूँ, खुद अपने मेहनत से खरीद के और अपना ये करके यहाँ पे आई हूँ, मगर ऐसे आके कहना कि आप पैर नीचे करके बैठिए ये तो गलत है और किसी को ऑब्जेक्शन है और प्रॉब्लम है. दिस शोज दैट वी आर स्टिल रीकिंग ऑफ दिस richness and this culture and this class. Why? I work hard and that's why I'm here and I'm paying for this myself. So what is the issue? और यहाँ किसी को क्या प्रॉब्लम कर रही हूँ? सही ढंग से सलवार कुर्ता आराम ढंग से रहती हूँ, आराम ढंग से ये करती हूँ, तो इसमें इतना बड़ा ऑब्जेक्शन. और मैनेजर ये क्वेश्चन में ताज होटल के, जिसके लिए मुझे बहुत रिस्पेक्ट है, रतन टाटा जी इन्वेस्टर थे मेरे कंपनी में, एंड आई एम सो डिसअपॉइंटेड विद ताज फॉर क्वेश्चनिंग मी ऑन दिस.
And viewers, in fact, as a video called out the hotel staff, social media users across the country weighed in on the matter with strong voices on both sides of the conversation. While some social media users have condemned the hotel's handling of the situation, others have defended it, emphasizing the importance of maintaining decorum in luxury establishments. A significant section of netizens expressed outrage, calling the intervention unnecessary and rooted in a lingering colonial hangover. And many argued that sitting cross-legged is a traditional and respectable Indian posture, particularly in a restaurant that serves Indian cuisine. They saw the objection as both culturally insensitive, outdated, pointing out that such postures are neither inappropriate or offensive. However, not all reactions were sympathetic to Ms. Sharma. A number of voices supported Taj's position, insisting that five-star establishments are within their rights to set expectations for their guest behavior. In fact, now we have Shraddha Sharma herself joining us live on the broadcast. Thank you so much. Very good evening to you, and thank you for joining us, Ms. Sharma. If you could just tell our viewers what really had happened and what was exactly told to you by the staff.
Thank you for having me here. So yesterday I had gone to Taj Hotel in House of Ming and with my sister, and we were in a side table, two of us, towards the end, as you can see in the video. And the manager came and told me that one guest is getting disturbed by the way, is feeling uncomfortable with the way you are sitting. So can you sit? This is a fine dining restaurant, and we have certain ways of wearing and shoes and something like that. And can you just sit because this person is getting uncomfortable? I said that what's wrong in the way I'm sitting? I'm not, I'm on the side corner. No one can look at my feet, right? Like I'm in the end. Someone has to just bend down to look at my feet. So he said, I'm just conveying what the person said, and if you could please follow it. So that was what the person said, and it was. I felt very bad about it because one, I was not disturbing anyone. Second is I didn't think that I did anything inappropriate. There was nothing nothing wrong with what I did. I have a lot of respect for Taj Group. I have a lot of respect. I had a lot of fondness and respect and love for Shri Ratan Tata ji. So this was very hurtful yesterday.
Shraddha, did you has there been any response? Did you really raise it with the management? Because Taj Group of Hotels is actually, it's a pan-India chain, one of the biggest chains of luxury hotels, and it stands for Indianness, so to speak. What we see, in so many of its decors and the themes, they are all speaking and talking out loud. How Indian heritage actually, Taj has its heritage hotels as well. But did you get any sort of response now that this video has gone?
No, I haven't got any response, no.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Shraddha. In fact, just before I let you go, any message that you want to send out, because this is, of course, this can happen to anyone. This can have, you have a certain amount of reach, but then there are people who have been called out in the past as well in several clubs in the national capital and other cities for just wearing a sari, maybe. Also, what do you think? Because you have really expressed yourself strongly.
You know, people are talking about fine dining protocols and all that, and I understand all those things. But somewhere, if we are not doing anything wrong, if we are not offending, and if we are just being ourselves, right?
Yep.
And why should we just change being ourselves? This is how I sit at work space. So many people I know, like there's absolutely nothing wrong just because people someone is feeling uncomfortable. Why should we change? And I would just tell people that even if it comes at the cost of many people ridiculing you or insulting and humiliating, one should just be themselves. We should just be ourselves as long as we are being kind, we are being nice, and we are being proper.
Right. Shraddha, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us and opening up about this incident now that has caught national attention. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Viewers, the other big story on social media is the Asia Cup trophy row. It hasn't come to India yet, and it's not going to calm down this controversy. Pakistan is not letting it die down. Why, baby Pakistan, humiliated by India, now trying too hard. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairperson Mohsin Naqvi has now filed a response to BCCI's letter on Asia Cup trophy, which till today has not been returned, has not been given by Naqvi, and he has now proposed a ceremony, joint ceremony, where BCCI officials, a representative from BCCI, and the available Indian team player should receive the trophy from him, from his hands, as he says that he is the ACC, Asian Cricket Council President. In fact, he goes on to ask that there should be a joint ceremony where wherever this handing over should take place, a player should come in. And this reply comes in response to BCCI's letter, viewers, right before the AGM on September 30th. And as the trophy eats dust at the ACC Dubai headquarters, viewers, here are some of the reactions that have in fact come in. The BCCI, viewers, had written, let me just tell you the background, it had written an official letter to the ACC swiftly reiterating the demands per the previous letter dated 30th of September that sought the trophy and medals be handed over to India without further delay, and calling for clarity on why they were withheld at the venue. The demand is accompanied with a reminder that a formal assurance is still sought to ensure that such a departure from established norms will not recur in any ACC tournament hereon. And lastly, set up a 48-hour deadline for the ACC to confirm the exact location of the trophy and the procedure for its return. Now, Naqvi's reply followed the BCCI in India's letter to the Asian Cricket Council President dated the 30th of September, viewers. And in this letter, the demand was made as to handing over the trophy and medals to India without further delay, along with a clarity on why they were withheld at the venue. BCCI also outlined the need for institutional safeguards moving forward. And in his official response, Naqvi acknowledged the letter written to him by the BCCI right before the AGM on September 30th. Naqvi congratulated the Indian team on winning the Asia Cup, something that he had refused to do during the AGM, but expressed regret that such sporting expressions were not displayed by the Indian team when Naqvi waited for about 40 minutes on the presentation dais to hand over the trophy to Surya Kumar Yadav and his men. ACC president also called India's letter slanderous and digressing, while saying that he refuses to engage in petty politics since no official communication was made to him about Team India's trophy stance. The internet has left no stone unturned to turn Naqvi into a laughingstock. In fact, memes are flooding on the internet and netizens allege him to be a trophy chor. And the BCCI garners public support on its stance. The netizens, of course, do not disappoint with the meme fest on this at Naqvi's expense. The most prominent of the reactions came from a retired. And there are other reactions that have come in. Naqvi running away with the trophy, hard-earned trophy, and there are many more reactions that have come in from several corners, viewers, that questioning, of course, the adamance of Mohsin Naqvi. Standoff reportedly stemmed, viewers, from the tensions between the Indian team and the Asian Cricket Council members as players refused to accept the accolades from Mohsin Naqvi, who also heads the Pakistan Cricket Board. The post-match award ceremony, in fact, concluded without India lifting the winner's trophy. As the political tension simmers, BCCI made it clear that it will not back down. Congress spokesperson Shama Mohammed has sparked fresh controversy with a tweet accusing Indian cricket team head coach Gautam Gambhir of religious bias now. Her comments come after cricketer Sarfaraz Khan was left out of the squad for the upcoming two-test series against the West Indies at home. In her post, Mohammed suggested that Khan's exclusion was not based on performance, but it was because of his surname. So she is giving a communal colour to this, a claim that has drawn sharp reactions across social media and cricketing circles alike, and of course the political circles. BJP lashing out at Shama Mohammed for playing divisive politics. Netizens are outraged for dragging in religion when it comes to cricket. So the backlash has been swift, viewers. It has been sharp, and critics argue that such comments undermine the credibility of India's cricketing institutions and unfairly cast aspersions on selection processes that are grounded in performance and statistics. And many see the tweet as an attempt to communalize a sporting decision, suggesting that dragging religion into team selections does a disservice to the players and fans alike. And the BJP also hit back, accusing Mohammed of playing divisive politics, using cricket as a platform to push a communal narrative. In fact, the party has demanded an apology from her, calling the remarks not just irresponsible but an insult to the integrity of the Indian cricket team and its leadership. In fact, the Southern Oasis party has also joined the bandwagon there and questioned the omission of Sarfaraz Khan. Meanwhile, viewers, good news coming in from the world of sports, and in fact, this is glory, this is honor for our golden boy, Indian javelin thrower. Ace javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra added yet another accomplishment to his already long list. Now, today he was honored with the pipping ceremony over his by the Indian Army. The honorary title of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army was conferred upon him, and Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi and Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister, were present and a part of this ceremony honouring Neeraj Chopra. This is the pipping ceremony, as you can see on your screens. This happened in the national capital, and it was the Indian Army that, of course, organized this ceremony, the pipping ceremony, and he has now been given the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. It was and we will be getting you more reactions on that, viewers, and we will be getting you more updates on that story, viewers. Let's take a look at some other reactions that have come in on this story. It was the Indian Army who conferred upon him the honorary rank of a Lieutenant Colonel, the appointment of which allegedly Neeraj Chopra's list of accomplishments, viewers. We're just going to get you the list. He has been awarded the Arjuna Award for his exploits in athletics in 2018, went on to receive the Khel Ratna Award for his performances in the field of sports in 2021, went on to receive the 4th highest civilian award, the Padma Shri, in 2022. All right, now it's time for the trends that are running hot on social media today. In a twist no one saw coming, tech billionaire and philanthropist Bill Gates is reportedly set to make a special appearance in Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi Part 2. Now, after actors like Sakshi Tanwar and Kiran Karmakar were confirmed to be part of the rebooted series, Gates' name is now doing the rounds, and most surprising, of course, to the surface now, details about his role are still under wraps. Reports suggest that it will be a cameo tied to the show's broader themes of social progress and innovation. And Gates is famously passionate, of course, for such themes. Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh had the best gifts for fans on Diwali. The couple revealed the face of their daughter Dua Padukone Singh in a joint Instagram post on Tuesday. Dua smiled or held her tiny finger in her mouth in the adorable pics. Deepika held her in her arms. Ranveer smiled along. Naga Chaitanya and Shobita Dhulipala celebrated their first Diwali as a married couple, and their festive spirit lit up social media. The duo shared a series of heartwarming photos from their intimate celebration at home, giving fans a glimpse into their beautifully lit world. 2 days after the Diwali celebrations lit up the skies, Delhi woke up to a thick blanket of smog with pollution levels surging across the city, and they continue. And according to the data from the CPCB, the capital recorded an AQI of 345, placing it firmly in the very poor category. The sharp rise in the pollution comes in wake of festive firecracker use combined with ongoing stubble burning and the weather conditions that traps the pollutants close to the ground. The system malfunction on a Los Angeles-bound SkyWest flight with call sign 6469 was confused for a hijacking attempt by the pilots after the crew banged the door of the cockpit on failing to communicate via plane's interphone. The incident took place when the SkyWest flight bound for Los Angeles International Airport turned around in the air in what passengers described was a very hard U-turn soon after takeoff and landed back at Omaha's Eppley airfield.
Everybody's okay? Yes. We don't know what's going on, but we're okay. Yeah, I ain't kidding.
The captain here. Apologize for the return back to the airfield. We executed our procedure because we weren't sure if something was going on with the airplane. So that's why we're coming back here. It's going to be a little bit. We're going to have to figure out what's going on. We landed heavy on the airplane, so maintenance probably has to come back out here. So it's going to be a delay. I just don't know how long. And once I get that update, I'll let you guys know.
And we have scaled.
All right, viewers, shifting focus to the final trending story. This is from Egypt, viewers. This is a tale of a crumbling tomb. Now, King Tutankhamun's tomb has developed cracks, and those cracks are only widening, viewers. Archaeologists have sounded an alarm on that. It's the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, one of Egypt's, it's an archaeological site. And we'll just show you the visuals if we can. If we have the visuals, can we just show them on air? We will show you what's really happening. And it's one of the most iconic archaeological treasures that's facing a serious threat of collapse. And study author and Professor Syed Hamida from Cairo's University's Faculty of Engineering claimed that while the tomb won't crumble in the near future, he feared that the symmetry may not last for thousands of years as it was built. The historical architectural piece, currently at its most fragile since its discovery in 1922. And worst of all, little is being done to prevent this tragic eventuality, that is the collapse of the tomb. An archaeologist with the University of Cairo detailed the tomb of Tutankhamun in Egypt to be plagued with their cracks, water damage, fungi, and sparking fears that disaster could strike at any moment for the legendary 3,300-year-old burial site. Syed Hamida noted that the tomb's location at the foothills of the valley's mountains exposed them to flash floods resulting from heavy rains that carried debris, stones and soil along the way. And the catalyst for this potential catastrophe was a major flood in 1994 that caused water to seep in, raising humidity levels and prompted the growth of fungi that were eating into the ornate paintings, decorating the interior. Particularly problematic is the part that major fracture traversing the ceiling of the burial chamber, an entrance that allows rainwater to penetrate and was in the cracks, placing the ceiling under a strain that exceeds the capacity of the Etna shale that comprises it. And India and Japan have strengthened their naval partnership with JMX 2025, the latest edition of their bilateral maritime exercise. Indian naval ship INS Sahyadri, Shivalik-class stealth frigate, joined Japanese maritime self-defense force ships Asahi, Omi and submarine Jinryu for high-intensity sea drills between 16th and the 18th of October. The exercise focusing on anti-submarine warfare, missile defense and underway replenishment, all aimed at enhancing coordination and operational synergy in the Indo-Pacific. Here's more, and we leave you with the visuals of the same. Thank you so much for watching.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना।